The Catrice Eternal Red collection totally caught me off guard. I had no idea this was coming and all of a sudden it was up on Boozy Shop and I bought all of the items. I was very intrigued. We're gonna try it all out. Let's get into it. Alright, so this collection kind of feels like a cherry collection in disguise. It's a little bit of a cherry collection, but it's also very like a reddish themed. I think it's pretty fun, and in a way I'm not surprised that we're seeing a similar collection from Catrice as we saw from Essence with this So Cherry Happy collection. Alright, let's start out with the lip care set. So we have a lip care set which has a lip scrub and a lip balm. It is packaged together, and then we also have a like scrubbing tool and a little spoolie in there. The spoolie is hidden under the lip scrub tool, so I didn't know at first. I swatched the lip balm with the back of my nail and then I realized there was a scoop in there. Alright, I'm just gonna start out with this lip duo or this lip care duo. I am gonna be lip swatching a lot of lipsticks probably today and tomorrow, so my lips need a little bit of help. So I think it's good that we're starting out with this. So here we have the lip scrub. This one doesn't have a lot of information on here. Is there more information on the box? Take a small portion with the applicator, apply it on the lips and gently massage it with the finger or with the lip scrub brush in circular motions. Remove with a damp towel. Alright, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the lip scrub, and it smells a lot like candy, like cherry candy. It's very strong. I'm just gonna scoop up a little bit with this scoop tool. Yeah, it's very like candy-like. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that, but I think I'm gonna like work it in further with my finger. I have been enjoying a lip scrub a little bit more, but I don't know if I feel like there's a lot of difference between them. Maybe some are a little bit more like chunky and some are a little bit more for like sensitive lips. This is just a sugar scrub. I've been really enjoying the one from Made by Mitchell, and this has quite a nice like balm as well to it. It's kind of like oily and then with some scrub particles. Doesn't feel like super strong or anything like that. I think I might like the Made by Mitchell one a little bit better. This is a little bit soft for me. I would like something a little bit more like serious, a little bit more aggressive. Alright, I took it off. I feel like my lips are feeling quite good. I do feel like for me personally this could have been a little bit more like almost harsh. Like my lips are not really sensitive, which is kind of funny because my skin is very sensitive. But yeah, feels kind of good. I think I'm gonna like the lip mask the most. I'm gonna zoom you in like so, and now I'm gonna try out the lip mask. So the lip mask also smells very strong of like cherry candy, like cherry bubblegum. It is quite a good scent, but for me it doesn't have to be that strong. And usually I'm not really into like candy scents when it comes to like lip products. I prefer kind of gourmand scents. Okay, I'm gonna clean the applicator so that I don't accidentally apply more scrub. And now I'm gonna take a little bit of this lip balm. I did see in a swatch that it has a little bit of color to it, and I do like the idea of that. There was also this tinted lip mask in the Advent Calendar by Catrice, and I really like that. I think this is quite similar to that. Like maybe you missed that, you want something like it. Feels quite good. Yeah, there's quite a nice tint to it. I like this one better, way better than the one from the Spring Awakening collection. By the way, on that video I got so many comments saying that I had to press the packaging of the lip balm, and I thought that was the case. I thought that was what went wrong. But then I saw on the Catrice like Instagram and Reels and on their TikTok that they actually were turning the packaging as well to get it out. So I don't know what's going on, but if it doesn't work like that, why are they showing it like that? I don't know if I really did something wrong or if I had faulty packaging. But this one I really like. It's looking good on the lips. Nice and glowy. Doesn't look weird, looks smooth. I really like this. I could definitely see myself wearing this throughout the day, but probably more when I'm like home all day than when I'm going out. Because when I'm going out, I don't really want to mess with a spoolie and applicator and things like that. I just want it to be in a tube. But I believe they also say on the packaging that you should apply this at night. The lip mask cares for the lip throughout the night. I wouldn't personally wear a lip mask with a tint throughout the night. I would be kind of afraid that it would get on my pillow and in my hair. I don't have as much control over my body when I'm sleeping, so I wouldn't use this in the night personally, but I would definitely use it during the day. It's really cute. I really like that. Like, it's feeling good. Not super thick. It's kind of like in between. All right, in this collection, we also have 2 eyeshadow sticks. So these are the Eternal Red Eye Crayons. And these are in the shades CO1 Immortal Rose and CO2 Eternal Ember. And these are a little bit more of a satin crayon. I thought, because these are a little bit more like pointed, that I could use this more as like a smudgy liner. I also am wearing a little bit of eyeshadow already. And I thought, you know what? Let's do that. Let's try it out as kind of like a liner combo. Okay, so the plan is to take CO2 Eternal Ember and use that as kind of like a smoky liner at the like outer third or like outer 2/3. Want to smudge that out with a flat brush. Okay, so that is definitely a blendable product. It's almost like, it's not blending away, but it's definitely losing its like concentrated pigmentation. So I'm building it up a little bit and blending a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm kind of liking it. It's a nice shade. I don't feel like this shade really has any shine to it. Maybe it has the faintest bit of satinness, but it's definitely not gonna function as a shimmer. That's what I think. I'm thinking I want to use a little bit of that under my eye as well and blend it out. I don't really love doing my whole look with an eyeshadow stick, but I do love kind of like smudging them, blending them, adding the definition with them, because I love a soft liner. So this is how I would like to use them. Of course, before I review them, I will test them out a little bit more. And by the way, what is good to know is you can just turn these up. I always get some questions about that. You can turn these up, but if you want the point to be more precise, you have in the bottom this sharpener to sharpen the point. I was applying it just now and I thought, but wait, it won't be as easy if I don't have the sharp tip anymore, but you can just resharpen it, which is great. And I love that it's built into the product. A lot of products have that, more products probably than you realize. Okay, I really like this color with the eyeshadow shades that I already have on. This is nice. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna do the under eye again. The lower lash line, I mean. Blend it out. I really like the effect. Feels like there's something in my eye. What's in my eye? I wanted to say I really like the effect of that. Okay, we're gonna go into the rose shade. This one is quite peachy, like a really warm rose. And I want to do kind of like the first portion with that. Okay, that I really like. Okay, I think that rose shade is really cute. Used like this. And this one I don't have to blend as much because it's shimmery and it's light. I feel like it's already kind of like blending naturally. And I'm also gonna use a little bit of that right here. I don't feel like this would work in my inner corner because it's a little bit too dark for that. I actually quite like it like this. Like, this is cute. Do I want to maybe just go over this and make that look even more smudged? And then right over here, like really blending that together, but still having the definition on the outer part because the dark shade is underneath. Okay, this is turning out way nicer than I was expecting at the beginning of the video. I was thinking I could do a cute look, but I was a little bit unsure, a little scared, because sometimes you just don't know with like eyeshadow sticks. I'm gonna try that rose shade in my waterline. I don't know if it would last, but I want to at least try. I do like the color there. I do think that looks good, but I don't know if this is gonna be waterproof enough. It doesn't say if it's waterproof. Okay, before I forget, because I keep forgetting that this is in this collection. This is the Catrice Glam Volume Mini Mascara, especially for the Eternal Red collection. It's the shade Burgundy. I don't believe they had this before. Like, this is a new shade for the collection. I think this looks cute. I have never tried the Glam mascara before, but it does seem to have a pretty similar wand to the Maybelline Sky High mascara. I do like a burgundy mascara, so I could really enjoy this. It's a bit harder to apply when it's a smaller wand like this. Like, I have a little bit less space to do my thing. It's not a very volumizing mascara, I feel. It's a bit more lengthening, but it's not like crazy lengthening. And I do see the burgundy, but it's subtle. It's subtle. I do sometimes have like sensitive eyes when it comes to mascara. Like, sometimes mascaras can make my eyes burn. So I'm always a little bit scared when trying a new mascara. I think this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna show you the difference in a second. Okay, so this is the mascara. I do definitely see quite a difference. It's pretty good. I like it. But I don't know yet if this is gonna be a favorite formula. I would love to see more colors, more brown mascaras by Essence and Catrice in their regular range, not just their limited editions. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. I'm liking it. Alright, so I basically did one layer on this eye. So this is with mascara and this is without mascara. I quite like it. I feel like this is one of the better mascaras that I have tried in my life. I've tried a lot of mascaras that really disappointed me. I'm really gonna see if this is gonna burn my eyes when I take this off tonight before going to bed, because that is the moment that most mascaras get in my eye. I do like the color of that. I feel like it's really nice and it's really popping. I feel like this whole eye look is really popping, like making my eyes pop. So I'm actually really happy about that. I'm actually really happy about how this is turning out. So far I'm liking all of the products, but sometimes you kind of have to figure out a way that you really like to use something, and I just feel like I am gonna get into eyeshadow sticks, but in a certain way. I do see the color of that. Do you see it? Do you see that burgundy in the light? But I feel like the liners or the eyeshadow sticks are really helping with that. If you want your colored mascara to pop, it does really help if you use a eyeliner that matches it. Okay, I feel like this is making my lashes on this side look a little messy. I don't know if it's my lashes that are being stubborn or if it's the mascara that doesn't want to work. But of course, I have to test it out a little bit more. Sometimes mascaras have to dry out a little bit. I do feel like I would have preferred, in a way, a full-size mascara, not because I think I'm gonna use this up, but because it's a little bit harder to use with how like short this entire thing is. Alright, so this is gonna be the eye look. It's soft, but I do think it's cute. Alright, and then lastly, in this collection we have 3 glosses, or lip oils I should say. These are the Eternal Red Cherry Balm Lip Oil, and we have it in CO1 Scarlet Spark, which is a peach with a golden sparkle. You have CO2 Ruby Radiance, which is kind of like a warmer red with a golden sparkle. Looks really beautiful. I think this is a beautiful looking shade. Very excited to get that on my lips. And then we have CO3 Dark Romance, which seems to be kind of like a brownish burgundy with a more cool tone purple sparkle throughout it. It's looking so good. I'm really excited about these. So these are lip oils, but they really swatch and look like a lip gloss. We're gonna see how that's gonna work. I'm gonna take off this balm so we can lip swatch. Okay, so we're gonna start out with the shade Scarlet Spark, and I really hope I'm gonna like these because the swatches look really good. Smells really strongly of like cherry candy once again. Could be bubblegum, could be something like that. So if you don't like strong scents, this this is not gonna be the collection for you. But I don't feel like Essence and Catrice often don't have scents. Like, they love their scents. Okay, the color is kind of subtle, but I do like the sparkle that we have. You have a bigger doe foot. That is feeling really nice. That's feeling really soft. Does it have a plump? Oh, it is a plumping lip oil. Do not apply to sensitive or irritated skin. What are the ingredients? I do feel mintiness. I don't know if I feel it burn, but it's definitely a little bit of a like minty sensation to it. I feel like this is looking really nice. For me, it isn't necessary for lip oils or lip glosses or lip balms to be plumping or minty even, but I can definitely wear it if I really love the formula. And I do really feel like this is a really nice formula. It doesn't feel too thick, doesn't feel too thin. It does feel really nice and hydrating. It doesn't look weird on the lips. It has a nice shimmer to it that isn't too like chunky or like too much. It doesn't feel gritty. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Like, this is really cute. Then we have the shade where I think this is probably gonna be my favorite. This is Ruby Radiance. This makes me think of a Nabla lip gloss that I used to own, which I really enjoyed. I do feel like you smell it a lot when applying it, but then like after a little bit you don't really smell it anymore. It doesn't really like stick around. Okay, this one has a little bit more color. Definitely see the red. Okay, this one is really cute. I really like this one. I could definitely see myself throw this in the purse and just reapply this throughout the day, wear this throughout the day. Like, this is my type of lip product. I love a sheer red. I love a subtle shimmer. It doesn't look weird on my lips. It doesn't like sink into my lip lines, which is an issue that I have been having so much lately with a lot of lip products, so I'm really happy about that. It's just very nice and hydrating. I really like this color. So this was CO2. This is really nice, and I don't feel like that mintiness is really taking over. I kind of hope, but we're gonna see that later as I test these more. I hope it dissipates. Alright, and then we have the shade Dark Romance, which is a little bit out there, which is a little bit different, which is a little bit like grungy. I am gonna see if this is gonna be my type of shade. And it could be. Ooh, I think it could be. I think it's gonna be. I think this is gonna be a great fall lip product. Like, I don't really wear this in the spring, summer. Then I'm wearing my peaches and light pinks and rosy tones, but yeah. Okay, this one definitely is more pigmented. You can go overboard and look a little bit crazy. Is that looking weird? I think it's looking good. This is a really nice color. I love kind of like those brownie purpley colors for like fall winter. I think it looks really cool. Like, this is really nice. I really like these glosses. They do have some pigment, which I do really like. That is what I am always asking for from Catrice and Essence. And they do have a little bit of mintiness. I do feel like they feel very like hydrating, comfortable. This is nice. This is nice. So this is gonna be the finished look. I'm actually really happy with what I've tried and how this turned out. Like, of course not the whole look is actually like this collection, but I am really happy with like the options that we have here. I like the kind of like softly smoked out look. I think the mascara is looking quite good. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna use that again and see how I feel after trying it a little bit more. The lip care, the lip mask, and the lip scrub. So far, I do enjoy the glosses. As I said, really cute. I don't really know where this collection came from all of a sudden, but I'm happy I got to try it. This was a really fun video. I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it too. Thanks so much for watching, and then I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.